All right, I don't know if any of you have seen this board here with all the great sandwiches and all, but I'm sure most of you have, and those that haven't, when you get back here, you certainly will stop in and want to see this. We're here at Scott's Deli with Scott, and yeah, this is new to me. I've met Scott a couple of times, seen him around and stuff, and certainly have gotten some of his great sandwiches. And all my crew, my captains, and everything make it a point to come down here, and we try to get people to buy these when they go out on our excursions. So yeah, so Scott, thanks for letting me do this.
Hey, thank you, Ben. We
Yeah.
appreciate you coming out today.
So tell us a little bit about you, and we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah, Ben. My name's Scott. We own Scott's Deli. It's a family business. We've been in business for about 9 years. We moved to the island in 2015. At the time, I was a executive chef at a country club in Kansas, where I met my wife, who was a nurse, and as the typical, we weren't seeing each other and wanted kind of a different life, and we vacationed out here a lot, family vacations, and we knew this was kind of a type of place we'd like to open a business, and we actually got quite lucky. When we decided to make the move, there actually happened to be a deli for sale on the island, and it was actually 941 Deli before us, and we looked into it, and within a month we bought it. Probably within 2 or 3 months we were down here opening up. It's been great. We've had a great time opening up and being a part of this community. It's an amazing community to be a part of. Everybody's so helpful and caring, and we've definitely had our trials and tribulations in those 9-10 years. With every year it seems to be something that gets us. Unfortunately, this year was a little worse than the past few years, but we've been through red tide. We've been through a few other hurricanes that just missed us, but this one really hit us pretty good this year. Yeah, so we're struggling. We're going to get back open. We are, as you can see, it's a little bit of a mess in here still. We're waiting on drywall. Some of our refrigeration obviously is toast, and we're waiting on some new units to come in. And but we are hoping that hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next week, maybe a week and a half, that we can get this open and get this all together and cleaned up and get back to business. Because this is my family's only income. This is us. My wife works here. Our daughter works here. So, this is it for us. We need to get open and get going as quick as we can.
Yeah. It's it's and most everybody by this time understands a lot of the situations that all of us are going through. When it's your only source of income, and it's taken away from you immediately, you bleed quick.
Right.
The bank accounts, because there's all kinds of things that come up, and bills that you still have to pay, and the whole bit. So it's
and that's the toughest. That's the toughest part about it. Like even this whole last month, we still had our bills from the previous month, like our government taxes, as everybody knows. You're a month behind, so this month we still had to pay all of our bills.
Yeah, I've got sales tax I'm supposed to.
It's tough though. It's been a tough month for everybody here, but we're getting through it. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of programs out there. There are some loan programs and stuff, but they're not really.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm sure you've seen some of them too. They're just not really.
Yeah. There's certainly some grants. I know John Horn has a deal going. And of course Manatee County and the center is always doing stuff. But it's tough.
And it has been great. Like the center's helped us out tremendously. What they have going up there is amazing. We've been up getting like cleanup supplies and stuff like that from them, and our landlord too, Ben Tenov. I don't know if he's
actually my landlord also.
Oh yeah.
My office across the street.
Oh nice. Yeah. So great guy, and he's been so helpful through all this. Bless his heart. I know he's got a few properties on the island, so I don't think you guys probably slept in probably a month.
Yeah, he's got a lot of the ground floor stuff that he's really made nice. And,
yeah,
so I'm stuff along Gulf Drive.
Yeah, he even told me like he's demolishing one or two of his places, just starting over.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's crazy. I mean, to think that, I mean, we've been so lucky, I guess, right?
And everybody's been kind of, everybody's been impacted, and it's different levels, people see it, but, the way you're impacted, the way he was impacted, the way I was impacted is all different, but it's all proportionate to what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's just awful with what we've all had to go through.
Yeah, it's been crazy. The weird thing about these two storms is, I mean, the first one, Helene, that came through, I mean, it landed, 300 miles away from us? It was 150 miles offshore, and look at what it did. I mean, it wasn't even a direct hit to us.
No.
And it's crazy, the amount of water that it pushed up here. It's unbelievable. I mean, you drive around, it looks like there's snowbanks. I don't know if you've ever lived up north, but if you spend any time up north, driving down these roads, it feels like wintertime.
Really?
Yeah, because that's what happens. They push all the snow onto the side of the roads, and so you got these big snowbanks all winter long, and that's exactly what it feels like. Because all these banks of sand everywhere.
Yeah,
it's
I'll
crazy.
certainly not move up north because this is tough.
Right.
I get nervous going north of Tampa.
Yeah. So anyway, like I said, the community's been great, and you can really tell, you're in a good community with everything everybody's pulling together and trying to help each other, and even what you're doing. I mean, this is, amazing to help out the businesses.
Yeah, it's one of those things that people laugh about the whole thing because this was not by design by any means. It was kind of, it came about that someone had mentioned it, and I got comfortable blabbing on the camera during the storm and stuff, and there's a lot of people that I know, and so it was like, gosh, these and for some reason people gravitated towards the information that we were putting out there because we came out the day after the storm.
Right.
So a lot of people started following us, and it was, it was just amazing of how many people kind of watched the goofy things that I was doing. And so now with that amount of following, it was like, well, gosh, if these people are following me, maybe they'll continue and then be able to come in and help, people like yourself and everything. And, because the island's going to certainly come back.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's resilient. We're Floridians, right?
Yeah,
that's what we do. I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, it's just, it's really been nice. The support's been unbelievable. And back to your thing, sometimes, those ideas are the best ones that you don't even think about.
Yeah.
And you don't even know, like this whole thing, you wanted to do it, and then all of a sudden it just clicked, and now everything's, kind of falling into place. Sometimes those ideas are the best ones.
Yeah, so drywall, refrigeration,
and then
you said next week?
Hopefully, I mean, we have everything ready to go, like I'm just ready. We put insulation in last night, as you could tell. I think drywall's going in this weekend. Paint early next week. I got my refrigeration guy to come out and try and figure out some of this stuff today. He should be out in a little bit. And I mean, I know it's a push, it maybe the end of next week, but we're trying to get everything in place so when it does fall in, it's just 1, 2, 3 to get back open.
Right. Yeah.
I got all my vendors ready. I mean, obviously they're wanting to get working too, because they've been missing out on all this money out here too on the island. I mean, it's crazy the effect it has on everybody, right? And like you were talked about earlier, it's just, I mean, even for the guys I buy my meat and cheese from, my produce from, I mean, everybody's missing out.
Yeah.
So,
okay, cool. Any last things you want to say?
No, like I said, we really appreciate all the support from this community, and the community's from afar.
Right.
I mean, it's not just here, everybody from other places, that are visitors, and just people that are interested in reaching out and being just nice and helpful and giving you good thoughts. And, I get messages every day on Facebook just from different people all over the country, we love your deli, we're thinking about you guys. And that does go a long way.
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, just the kind words.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not what you see on some of the pages and whatnot. That it's. I was talking to somebody else the other day, and basically, she had some people that she met that had a vacation planned, knowing that they couldn't come to the island, but they ended up coming anyway, staying in town, and came out and worked and helped and volunteered the
See,
whole
that's
time.
unbelievable.
So, yeah, it says a lot about the real world, not what we are constantly bombarded with all the time.
Right.
Just kindness.
Right.
And that's kind of the whole theme of all this is, what everybody's done for us and what we've done for other people and stuff like that.
Yeah, it goes both ways. So yeah, it's definitely been good. When we get back open, I hope everybody comes out, and all these businesses are going to need help for a while. Like we missed out on a good month and a half of income, and
Right.
and it already came in a hard spot. In our off season when nobody's making money as it is, and then you double up on 2 storms like that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we got lucky on the second storm here. We didn't have as much damage at the Deli, but my house in town, we lost the whole siding on one of our houses, on the side of our house on Milton. I mean, that wind was just crazy, but it's just, we did get lucky on the second one here, so bless that. But, you just come out and support everybody, take a boat ride. If you weren't planning on it, buy a sandwich, buy an extra shirt at a retail shop. It's going to help out a lot.
Yeah. Well, cool. So, let me see if I can do this right. Oh, God, I'm still learning this camera. So, they're like, you just like to see yourself in this camera and stuff. So, again, this is one of those deals, please, when you do return or when you're here, as soon as you see Scott Deli's is open, please come support this guy. He's just like the rest of us. We're struggling right now, but we're tough. We're going to be able to get through all of this. And so thanks again for watching. And kind of what I always say, hug your kids, your family, tell your mom and dad you love them, and make it a great day. Be kind. Thanks.
Thanks, man.